Hi, are you feeling constantly frustrated at your child's frequent outbursts and meltdowns when you have to get him to transit from an activity that he loves to something that he's not very excited about? So today, I'll be sharing with you some resources that will help our children manage their time better, take ownership of their tasks, while still leaving room for the things they love. So hopefully, we don't have to spend 30 minutes dealing with a meltdown for a work that only takes 10 minutes. Hi, I'm Abigail. I am fascinated with helping children focus. When our kids learn to focus, they can focus to learn anything their heart desires. Young kids, distracted kids, kids with ADHD symptoms all have this one thing in common, and that is an underdeveloped prefrontal cortex, which controls the executive functioning. Now, executive functioning skills are a big umbrella of skills, but if we break them down, essentially they are skills that relate to planning ahead, time management, working memory, holding all these options in their minds, ordering them in terms of priority based on their importance, urgency, even their interest and motivation. Sounds complex? It totally is, and our young children do not have the executive functioning skills yet to effectively manage their time, and that's where we can come in and help them. In today's video, I will be focusing on the older school-going children, 7 to 10 years old, and if you have a younger child in the preschool age, I have another video last week, so you can go back to this video. And I have some free printables for you today, so thank you HP for sponsoring this video. And I'll show you how to use these printables to help your child take ownership of his time, organize it a bit better, so he or she can have time and space for his work plus the things that he loves to do. Go to the link in the description to download your printables. I like my kids to fill up the family calendar with all their CCA days, enrichment classes, early dismissals, weighted assessment, 听写 spellings, so everybody knows what's going on at one glance, and they're not always coming to ask me, when is my 听写 or when do I have to study for it? Everything is there on that physical piece of paper. I don't have to be my kid's PA, and I'm not the one trying to manage their schedule or trying to tell them, hey, you have this thing coming up. So it is their responsibility to look ahead, forecast what is coming up for them, and then work backwards how much time they need to prepare for that thing. So all the notices and information that I get, especially through the Parents Gateway app, I will print it out for them to do a close reading of it and then transfer the relevant information into the family calendar or the student diary. Why do I bother to do that? Kids find it hard to read for detail on a screen. Hence, with a hard copy, your child can scan with her finger, highlight with a highlighter, circle important words, underline keywords. All these are key skills for close reading for comprehension, right? So a study by Stu, Pritzer, and Kurz in 2013 found that print on paper is still a superior medium for learning and digesting complicated and elaborate texts, while electronic screens are better for communication, quick information gathering, and navigation. Especially for my son who struggles with distraction, printing the material is all the more important. When my son has a physical copy in front of him, he is scanning with his fingers, he's scanning with his eyes, he can put a finger on that information, shift his gaze, write down something, and then when he comes back to it, the words are still there in their original position. Imagine if he's doing that on a screen. Once he scrolls up, the words are gone, and the words hasn't even passed into his working memory probably, and it's all forgotten. The less we require the child to hold in his working memory, the less taxing it is for them, the better they are able to process that information and write it down. So now you see why printed hard copy materials are still important in our kids' lives. It's really about giving them the tools and the skills for them to build confidence in managing their own schedules. So they're not always blindsided by something that's popping up, creating stress for them, that they are always reacting to something sudden. So this is where having a reliable printer with the convenience of printing whatever we need, whenever we need, without fearing about wasting too much ink. With the HP Instant Ink subscription service, I don't have to worry about ink emergencies when I'm running out of ink because they will send me the ink even before I run out of them. It's easy to print out the printables from my HP Smart app. Head to the app, select the document that you want, swipe up, click on the page range, select the pages that you want, hit back, and click print. If you're looking to buy a new printer, this is the perfect time because HP is giving out a free 3-month ink subscription service that allows you to print up to 1,500 pages per month. This is worth more than $200. I have a daily schedule for the kids too, and we are practicing how to time block. Time blocking is forcing us to intentionally decide how much time you want to spend on an activity. and then put it down in our calendar. So coming back to my kids, they decide with my guidance and approval of how long they want to eat lunch, watch YouTube, do their homework, do reading, have free time to just do whatever they want. Then we can realistically see how packed our children's day is and how much time they need to decompress. I think kids should have an uninterrupted block of free time that they are free to spend that time on whatever they choose, because we all need that control and autonomy, especially they've already spent an entire morning that is very structured in school. So I like to position screen time as a privilege in my home. It is not a right. So when my kids have done what they need to do, they've fulfilled their schoolwork, hobbies, their reading, they have decompressed, then they can have that half hour of computer games. So this prevents a situation of your child always badgering you and saying, can he play computer games now? Because according to the schedule, he would have blocked out that computer game time. And if it's not time yet, then he has to do his other things. So planning what to do with our time is an important life skill that we can begin to model to our child from a young age. And we are really teaching our kids values, right? What they do with their time is what is important to them. So click like and subscribe if you like today's sharing. Leave a comment if you agreed or disagreed with the way I handle screen time in my family, and I'll link the free printables you can download from the HP website in the description below. Don't forget to snag that free instant ink subscription service, link in the description. Remember that your belief in your child unlocks his or her superpowers. So keep calling out that your child can be focused, can be self-motivated, can be independent. And I'll see you in my next video. See you soon.